And welcome back. It's now 4 minutes away from 7 o'clock, and we're getting ready to have our conversation with Kaina Martinez. We'd like to thank you for staying tuned with us. We were just experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties in terms of connecting, but I think we've worked those out, so we have Kaina via Skype. Good morning, Kaina.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thanks. And you?
I'm well, thanks. Now, Kaina, this is a continuation, of course, after the names were announced for who would go to Rio. So let's talk about a little bit about where are you now in terms of having dealt with some of the backlash and the ongoing conversations via social media.
Well, since I needed to give myself a closure, as well as I wanted to hear the truth, which I believe will never be told by those who make the decision or started the conversation. I decided that people need to know, or at least get a sense of what the truth is. And that's why after trying several conversation with Mr. Stottle, I just decided to do what I did, using social media, since that's what they use to share the news with the athletes. So I just did that. So I'm just looking forward to move forward, because there's no way that I'm going to see myself living a self-pity for what was against, how would I say it, for something that I can't personally change, you know.
Now,
So
let me
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Now, Kaina, obviously, we didn't have any athletes actually qualifying, so it came down to a decision. What about the process of deciding made it difficult or make you feel as if though it was unfair to you and the work that you've put into this point?
Well, as everyone knows, like nobody qualified in Belize, and I was the best female when it comes to his or her individual, when it comes to her individual race, and that's beyond it. I mean, there are others that was behind me when it comes to their individual event, and one of the questions that I asked and I really wanted to have an answer for is, since they make up a story, because it was a story, because that's what they say about me, not handed paper or not whatever given information, is so not true, you know. So if your best female did not hand up your information as you claim, then why did your second or your third best female was not chosen to represent you? You know, so where does the story come from? Why would you have to make a story about somebody when you know it's not true? You know, why would you have to make a story and still you can't even face your people and express and explain why is it that you made the choice you made? It's real sad, not only for me as a Belizean, but to Belize in a whole. You know, and it's like an ongoing situation. Like when higher people make decisions, they feel like they don't need to be questioned. Um, you know, whatever their choice is, it's okay. Like for me, I'm not gonna sit back and expect that. Um, it's just gonna get better, or it's going to change if that's the choice they want to do. You know, I mean, At least not to lie. Face the choice you have made. That's your choice. Why would you want to lie about it? You
Now,
know?
one of the other, when we followed the discussion on social media, there were even some people saying that this was a decision based on race, among other things. Were those some of the darker sides, and what was your reaction to allegations that it was based on race and
Well, continue.
among other things?
Well, I don't play the race game. Not even the worst racists would say they're racist. I don't play race game. I look at the reality of situation and I ask for question that can be answered. You know, I don't play race game. It's never gonna end. It's always where it is. It's in the world. I don't play that game. And if that's people's perception, that's their perception. But I don't play that game. You know, what need to be answered that is plain out in public is why didn't you send the second best or the third best? That's the question that need to be asked. You know, the questions that need to be answered are those questions. So if you claim that this was what happened, why did you did send your first best? Then why didn't you send your second best? Why didn't you send your third best? Come on, answer your people. Give them the opportunity to hear what they deserve to hear. And the truth is, William, I I don't expect to hear it. I don't need an apology from them. I don't expect to hear the truth from them. They don't need to give me the truth. They don't need to give the country the truth because that's their decision. They have a choice. Life is a choice. But you know what? At least they should have respect to their people. You know, that's the least. And that's why the world is where it is at. There is there is not much of a respect to life, to people. There is less love. And that's why I look at the situation and I forgive them. I will keep love within my heart and I will keep move on. I mean, many of the questions that I'm being asked is a question for them to answer because they were the one who made the choice. I did all I can. That's, I mean, I did all I can. You know? And if you all see the ongoing conversation that I had with Mr. Sutherland, how much respect I had in those emails and his responses, questions need to answer. And I don't have it. I honestly don't. I don't know the answer to many of the questions that I'm being asked. And I'm not going to proceed.
Now, the one of the other things that was mentioned in the conversation was uh, Katie Seeley is an up and coming track person. She's 24, and one of the other athletes, actually, in our conversation with him, said, "Listen, Kaina has been given the opportunity to go to the Olympics already. Let's give somebody else a chance." What's your reaction to that?
That's what he said. Is that what he said?
Yeah, I think it was Jones, Brandon Jones. I think in our conversation with him, he said, "You've been given the opportunity already to go to the Olympics. Give someone else a chance." What's your response to that?
My response would be, wow. Like, wow, really? Like, really? Are you up for the improvement of the sport? That's my question to that statement. What's the most important thing? To develop the sport or to sit back and just make a decision as such? It's like saying somebody who has worked hard to be a valedictorian in his last race, in, let's say, in standard 5, and because he already get being a valedictorian in standard 4, he don't deserve it even though he worked hard. I mean, think about the answer. Think about the whole situation. The rules didn't say something like if that person has already gone means that she don't or should not go to. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that response. I can't find I can't find the most genuine way of thinking what that would be used as a means of selection.
Now, I'm just asking all of these questions because there are things that are out there in social media in terms of the conversation, just to get your reaction and to bring all of this into view, the conversation, how social media can turn a situation into, we discuss race, we've discussed so many other things as a result of the selection process. Now, you're coming to 30 in terms of, is this what you considered like one of the last opportunities for you to actually participate in the Olympics and to be at your peak?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But if you're faced with a situation as such, what would you do? Would you keep sitting down and expect that something's going to change when both leaders cannot even come and talk to your people and express how they feel, why they do what they do? I mean, are you going to stay in that same situation and expect it's going to change? Are you going to keep wasting your time? Are you going to keep sacrificing yourself? Because I've done that. I've sacrificed my time. I've sacrificed everything. And I can't see myself keep doing the same thing and expect better. I'm the kind of person that when disappointments strike, I try to figure out what next is it that I need to do. Do I really want to keep wasting time here? Is there any room for moving forward? Now, like you said, a choice was made because, she already went. So if I would have qualified, or if I keep working my butt off and qualified, what would be the next reason for not sending me? You see where I'm going? I'm in this sport for a long time. And trust me, that term or used for making a decision is real questionable. Like,
well,
all of this situation.
It was not the association that said that. It was in an interview with one of the athletes. I just want to clarify that. They've not spoken to us at length on what was the rationale for their decision making. But I'm asking you all of these questions because obviously, Kaina, I'm a fan of yours and I know a lot of Belizeans are too. And this whole fiasco surrounding the selection, some of the questions that are coming up is, obviously, you've worked hard. You have, you still hold records, regional and for Belize. Why the journey to the Olympics? And I know that it could be demotivating, but do you at this point stop what you're doing despite the fact that you've had so much success as an athlete in your own right?
If I what? I didn't hear the.
Do if at this point you've had so much success as an athlete in your own right, does this blight, and it was not in your power to make the decision, does not attending the Olympics, does it for you demotivate you to the point that you say all that you've achieved and all that you've worked for, whether it was worth it at this juncture and for you to continue?
Well, I'm a student athlete, and I still have time to do that, and I will still do that, and I will make myself better than I am at this point. But sport is not something that you can do for the rest of your life. And I'm glad that I'm a student athlete and I realize that. And that's why I work hard in the classroom. I work hard on the field because it's something I have passion for. It's something that I've always used to make a difference, because I have a gift and I use it to make others see the gifts within themselves and find the courage to use their gift to move forward. But I have no regrets. There's no regret in what I do because I do it to make a difference. And just to see somebody else's smile when I do something I love, and just to see somebody having joy from just looking at what I does is the greatest gift of all. But for me to say that I am demotivated by their choice, no, I am not, and I will not, because nobody controls Kaina Martinez's life. She controls her life. And whatever it is that comes by that tries to stop my forward movement, yeah, I may cry. I may get mad. Yeah, I have the right to do that. But I won't stick in it. I won't invest in that. Like I said, my looks from here is to what next that I can do. But I'm not going to keep wasting my time, if I can use that term, and expect that change is going to happen if they can't even come up and face and speak to their people. So it's like,
So
it's
for you,
like,
it's more a matter of respect. For you, it has been more a matter of respect that you feel disrespected by the entire process and that the association has not come forward to either apologize or offer an explanation as to why, one, the story that was circulated about you not submitting your papers were their first line of defense, to say, instead of just saying, listen, we decided on these grounds, and then move on. Would that serve the purpose? And is that why you were so vocal and continue to be so vocal in this regard?
well, I mean, what I want or need people to know is to think outside the box. Think outside the box of a situation. And I also wanted people to know the truth. I know what they say was a lie. I have had communication. Yes, I'm a student athlete, but I find time to share information that they ask me for, you know. And disrespected, yeah, every athlete is disrespected. You know why? When athlete knew who was chosen, it was the same social media that I decided to use after I have talked or emailed private emails to Mr. Sutherland and never respond. And well, you see his responses if you follow through. I mean, athlete won't even send a letter saying, hey, we made our choice and this is how we made our choice. No, that was posted on social media by the athlete, and then Mr. Jahid Smith, who seconded it with his next social media post, and then followed by a representative of NUC. It's out there. It's public information. No, it wasn't. How I didn't receive any letter saying that, hey, this is who we choose, or this is why we chose. So, I mean, I expect anything. This is how I see life. Prepare for the worst, but expect the best. And that's why I'm able to deal with what I'm going through or what the situation has been like. You know,
So,
I don't expect any apology. I don't expect it. I don't need it because I will still move forward. You know.
now,
So
so what's next? Because I have followed your career for quite some time, and I know one of the things that you've done. Your story is compelling of running on the beach, and to actually conducting summer programs in the South. All of those are things that I think show that you have not only when it comes to the track events themselves, the heart of a champion. It shows that outside of that, that you continue to do that. How do you, for all the young people who may be looking up to you at this point and may agree that it was not fair or it was not done in the right way, how do you not let them get jaded and give up on their own dreams to at this point say, you know, like, look what happened to Kaina, it doesn't make any sense for me to go after this dream?
well, I would tell any youth out there, and it doesn't have to be sport. It can be whatever, you know. Because I just use sport as a catalyst to help make change. Um, I would tell everyone, anyone who has a goal, who has a dream, don't let people stop you from moving forward. Because yeah, I was stuck. I mean, if I didn't get the opportunity to be where I was and prepare myself for the opportunity to be that student athlete and be able to get trained and be under a program, I will still be back home in a job, working, probably be kind of miserable in between because of what I wanted to do. But create the opportunity for yourself. They will always have people like Mr. Smith or people like Mr. Sutherland or people like any other person or any hurdles that will stop you from moving forward. But you gotta find within your heart how much you want it and you work towards it. Yeah, people will try to stop you, but you as a person has to be willing to take all the crap to keep moving forward. You got to look yourself in the mirror million times if you need to and remind yourself how special you are and how much you can make it happen because nobody can stop you other than yourself. Every hurdles are meant to either make you more powerful and also to make you be able to just keep moving forward because you can find strength in the hurdles that you've passed so you can pass the other hurdles. People will try to stop you. That's just what the world is. Some people will stop you because they don't want to see you succeed. Some people will stop you because they themselves cannot succeed. But you got to remind yourself that this is what you want and this is what you're going to go for. And don't live in regret. Even if it doesn't happen the way you want it to, do not live in regret. Look at yourself a million times and remind yourself how special you are. And that's where your power lies in. That's where your strength will come from. Be courageous, you know, be persistent. Be willing to take whatever it is that will try to stop you. And you're gonna get it. You will. There will be somebody outside who will see all the sacrifice that you've made and will help you. Make your dreams a reality. Don't stop. Don't make people stop you, even the most powerful people. Even the people that has the power to break you down, don't make them stop you. The greatest gift of all is when you accomplish the dreams that you've always wanted. Yeah, going to the Olympic was something I wanted, but you know what? I've done every single thing I can. And that's why if I did today, I will still be happy because I have made every sacrifice to do what I wanted. And you know what? for the 2 years that I put my time into working towards serving my people and going on that standard to represent Belize well, I have done all I can, and that's the greatest gift of all. You can't stop me, no matter what they do. They can't stop me because I have done all I can, and that's what's important. When you can look at yourself and say, I've done all I can, but I was just wrong. It's okay. It's life. There's certain things you don't have control over. Just be strong. And that's what I am, a strong person. So
Now,
that would be my advice to them. Keep moving forward. Doesn't matter what, keep moving.
and now, obviously, kind of the big challenge with the Olympics is you have a 4-year cycle. What happens for you now moving past that? Because you have to push past 2016 and the Olympics. What happens for Kaina now?
Well, like I said, I'm a student athlete and I will continue doing what I do in the classroom and on the track because Kaina Martinez, like many other people may perceive, is only good for sports, but that's not true. I just use sports as a catalyst to help make changes. I have a brain. I'm an intelligent woman. I mean, whatever lies ahead, I'm willing to take it. And I can't see myself moving forward with the same people that are in that position because I'm just going to waste my time. You know, I can't expect changes if changes wasn't made. If changes wasn't made, if there's no change, I can't expect change. Because obviously, if they cannot come to their people, I'm pretty sure you've been trying to ask them questions or help make the people questions that they have answered, and they have chosen not to, and that's okay. It's their right, you know. So any smart or intelligent person would really rethink whether or not they're going to be working with those same people because you don't even know what's going to be next. You've done your all. Now, this may sound a little contradicting, but it's not because you got to find a way. There's a million ways that you can find to still accomplish what you want to, you know. But I can't see myself working with these people because obviously they're choosing not to, you know.
So, do you take a break now, or do you just dig in your heels and continue on your program as a student athlete?
Yes, I am continuing my program as you speak as a student athlete because there's off season, there's preseason, they're in season. So right now I'm in off season, and I'm just doing the flight work that I need to get done. So when off season, when the season comes, preseason comes in, work I need to get done. So I will be ready for that, you know. So that's just what I am doing and looking forward to. I'll still will be doing what I love and thank God for the opportunity of being a student athlete. So I still will be at it. And my goal is just making my record at my school better because I have the 100, 200, 400, 4x1, 4x4 records, you know. So I just want to make those better before the time comes to say adios to my student athlete life. So I'll just keep working hard, make sure that happens. At least I know I'm not going to be cheated there, you know, because my mark don't lies. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. And then long term, I go back into, like you said, I deal with summer camp for kids. That's my project that I will keep looking at, making sure it becomes a reality because what I vision is real big and it's gonna come true. It's not just gonna just pour down. It's something that I have control over. So I will keep working on that to make that better. Because kids deserve a better future than I have. The kids deserve better than what I have, and if it means pouring into that and making that vision become real. And so it be. I would be happy seeing another kid that deserve what I deserve get it. And if I being a part of making that happen, it's gonna be the greatest feeling. No, I don't look back to see what I'm gonna get other than seeing those kids being a success. So
All right.
yeah, I still will be with it and have to motivate and to allow kids to know that no matter what, you can accomplish what you want. You just gotta be willing to take all the crop because crop's gonna happen. It will. It will. It's inevitable. So
Well,
yeah.
thank you very much for joining us today, Kaina. Of course, you're loved by quite a number of Belizeans, and we'll continue to follow your career, to wish you the best, and to see what transpires for you as we move beyond the Olympics. We're not there yet, so we know that it's a process like anything else, and we want to continue to support you and to let you know that you inspire quite a number of people off and on the track. Thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we return, it will be to speak with representatives from the Belize Theatre Company on the new play, The Adventures of Tiki Bud. Don't go anywhere. Open Your Eyes continues after these messages.